Alrighty, so the next section is going to be erode, which is the complete opposite of grow. It means that your whatever your mouse is on, whatever that brush tool is on, it's actually going to get smaller. Now you'll usually see me using this when I'm actually sculpting something, and again, the settings are going to be exactly the same with the strength. When it's at 1, that means it's at its biggest strength and it's going to erode and get delete. It's kind of like a deleting tool. I don't know how to explain that. It's like a deleting tool. Like, it's slowly pushing in whatever your brush is on. It's not completely deleting it, it's just pushing inside of it. That did not sound right. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I usually use this tool when I'm trying to sculpt something out. Like, for example, if I'm trying to sculpt out a river, which you currently see on the screen, me sculpting out what the river should do and look like, you know, inside the ground, all that good stuff. I'm so sorry. I cannot think of a better way to I'm so sorry. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be going over is going to be the smoothing tool, which it basically is what it says it is. It's just going to be smoothing out your land. It has the same exact brushes and the same exact strength settings. Like I said, 0 is not so much smoothing. 1 is going to be, it's going to smooth it all the way. You see it on the screen currently. Here's the little example. I'm so sorry. This tutorial is not serious at all. It's just going to smooth out your land as you see it on the screen. Alrighty, so the next section is going to be flatten. Now, before I go into detail on this one, I've only used one of the settings inside of this tool because it's relatively new, at least to me. Pretty sure it's been there for maybe like a month or 2 and I just really haven't gotten to it. Just because, I mean, I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay. But what I do know is that that first category on your flatten mode does exactly what it says it does, which is flatten out your land based on whatever the grid is on. There is an example up on your screen. Obviously, you put your grid to wherever you need it. You go do you, as long as it does what you need it to do. And then you flatten it with your tool, just like I'm showing you. But other than that, I really can't explain the other 2 categories. I just really haven't played with it, and I really don't want to give you guys information on something that I really don't know too much about, if that makes sense. So on to the next one. Alrighty, so this next one is obviously a very important one. It is going to be paint. Painting basically just means that, let's say you have your terrain down and you have it in grass, but then later you're like, oh my god, I don't want it to be grass, I want it to be leafy grass. That is okay. All you have to do is click your paint tool and click whatever material that you like, and you want to go ahead and start, you know, clicking everywhere that you want that specific new material terrain to be, if that makes sense. I have a demonstration up on the screen. I'm sorry, my words are just everywhere today. I hope that makes sense. You're basically just painting over it. You're not changing how big it is, how small it is, just the type of material that specific terrain is.